Have you ever felt like there's something special inside you, waiting to be discovered? Well, guess what? You're absolutely right. Your mind is like a superpower you didn't even know you had. It's not just for thinking or remembering things. It's a force that can change your whole life. Imagine being able to shape your future, attract good things, and feel happier just by using your thoughts. Sounds too good to be true, right? But it's not magic or make-believe. It's the real deal, and it's all about tapping into the amazing power of your mind. Think about it. Everything around us, the chair you're sitting on, the device you're using to watch this video, all of these things started as thoughts in someone's mind before they became real. That's how powerful our minds are. They can turn ideas into reality. And the best part? Your mind has this same power. You just need to learn how to use it. But here's the thing. Most people go through life never realizing this incredible ability they have. They let their thoughts run on autopilot, not knowing that they could be steering their life in any direction they choose. It's like having a high-tech smartphone, but only using it to make calls. There's so much more it can do. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how does it actually work? Don't worry, we're going to break it all down. By the end of this video, you'll understand just how amazing your mind really is and how you can start using its power to create the life you've always dreamed of. Now, let's talk about why it's so important to understand and use your mind's power. Imagine you had a magic wand that could make your wishes come true, but you never bothered to learn how to use it. Sounds crazy, right? Well, that's exactly what happens when we ignore the power of our minds. If you don't learn to use your mind's power, you might miss out on so many amazing things. You could be passing up the chance to feel happier and more positive every day, achieve your goals and make your dreams come true, improve your relationships with family and friends, boost your health and feel more energetic, attract good opportunities and experiences into your life. Think about all the times you've felt stuck or unhappy. Maybe you've wanted to change your job, start a new hobby, or just feel more content with your life. The power to make these changes has been with you all along, in your mind. When we don't harness our mind's power, we often end up feeling like victims of our circumstances. We might think things like, that's just my luck, or I can't do anything about it. But the truth is, we have more control than we realize. By not using our mind's power, we're basically handing over the steering wheel of our life to random chance. But it doesn't have to be this way. Once you start understanding and using the power of your mind, you'll be amazed at how things start to change. It's like flipping a switch and suddenly seeing a whole new world of possibilities open up before you. And here's the really exciting part. Anyone can do this. You don't need special skills or talents. You don't need to be super smart or have lots of money. All you need is the willingness to learn and try. Your mind is already powerful. You just need to learn how to tap into that power. In this video, we're going to take you on an amazing journey. We'll explore the incredible power of your mind and how you can use it to transform your life. Here's a sneak peek at what you're going to learn. First, we'll dive into what mind power really is. Don't worry, we'll explain it in simple, easy-to-understand terms. No complicated jargon or confusing ideas here. We'll use everyday examples that you can relate to, so you'll really get what we're talking about. Then, we'll look at how mind power works. You'll see how your thoughts can actually shape your reality. It might sound a bit out there at first, but we'll break it down in a way that makes perfect sense. You'll start to see how the things you think about can actually come true in your life. We'll also explore the spiritual side of mind power. This isn't about any specific religion or belief system. Instead, we'll talk about how your mind connects you to the bigger picture, the universe around us. You'll see how your thoughts can help you feel more peaceful and more in tune with the world. Of course, there are some myths and misunderstandings about mind power. We'll clear those up for you. You'll learn what mind power is really about and what it's not. This will help you avoid common mistakes and use your mind power in the right way. The best part? We'll give you practical tips on how to tap into your own mind power. These aren't complicated techniques that take years to master. They're simple, effective ways you can start using right away to make positive changes in your life. And to really help you get started, we'll guide you through a quick and easy mind power exercise. This is something you can do anytime, anywhere. It's a great way to begin unlocking the amazing potential of your mind. By the end of this video, you'll have a whole new understanding of what your mind can do. You'll be excited to start using its power in your own life. And who knows, this could be the beginning of an incredible new chapter for you. So, are you ready to discover the amazing power of your mind? Let's get started on this exciting journey together. Let's dive into how mind power actually works. It's all about the connection between your thoughts and the world around you. Think of your mind like a powerful radio transmitter. The thoughts you have are like signals you're sending out into the world. And just like a radio, the world tunes into the frequency you're broadcasting. Here's a simple example from everyday life. Have you ever noticed that when you're in a bad mood, more annoying things seem to happen? Maybe you stub your toe, or you spill your coffee, or you get stuck in traffic. It's like the whole world is against you. But on days when you're feeling great, everything just seems to flow better. You might get a compliment from a stranger, or find a parking spot right away, or have a really productive day at work. This isn't just random chance. It's your mind power in action. When you're in a bad mood, you're sending out negative signals. Your mind is focused on problems and annoyances, so you notice them more. You might even subconsciously do things that make these problems more likely to happen. But when you're in a good mood, you're broadcasting positive signals. You're more open to good experiences, and you act in ways that make them more likely to occur. Now, this doesn't mean that just thinking happy thoughts will magically solve all your problems. It's not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about understanding that your thoughts shape how you perceive and interact with the world. They influence your decisions, your actions, and even how other people respond to you. Let's say you have a job interview coming up. If you go in thinking, "I'm not good enough, they'll never hire me," you're likely to feel nervous and unsure. This might make you stumble over your words or forget important points. The interviewer picks up on your lack of confidence, and you don't get the job. But if you approach the interview thinking, "I have valuable skills to offer, and I'm excited about this opportunity," you'll probably speak more clearly and confidently. You might even come up with great answers you hadn't thought of before. The interviewer sees your potential, and you have a much better chance of getting hired. This is how mind power works in every area of your life. Your thoughts create a kind of blueprint that your actions and experiences tend to follow. By becoming aware of this process and learning to guide your thoughts in a positive direction, you can start to shape your reality in amazing ways. Now, let's explore the spiritual aspect of mind power. When we talk about spirituality here, we're not referring to any specific religion or belief system. Instead, we're talking about the sense that we're all connected to something bigger than ourselves, whether you call that the universe, nature, or a higher power. Mind power has a deep connection to spirituality because it helps us tap into this greater connection. It's like realizing that we're not just isolated individuals, but part of a vast, interconnected web of energy and consciousness. Our thoughts and intentions don't just stay inside our heads, they ripple out and interact with the world around us. Think about times when you felt really in tune with life. Maybe you were watching a beautiful sunset, or having a heartfelt conversation with a friend, or just feeling grateful for a perfect moment. In those times, you probably weren't worried about your to-do list or replaying old arguments in your head. You were fully present, connected to the moment and the world around you. That's a taste of what spiritual mind power feels like. When we use our mind power in a spiritual way, we start to see life differently. Instead of feeling like we're constantly fighting against the world, we begin to feel like we're working with it. We start to notice the good things more often. We feel more peaceful, even when life gets chaotic. And we begin to trust that things will work out, even if we can't control everything. Here's a simple way to think about it. Imagine you're swimming in a river. If you try to swim against the current, you'll get tired quickly and might not get very far. But if you learn to go with the flow of the river, choosing the right currents and steering around obstacles, you can travel much further with less effort. Using your mind power in a spiritual way is like learning to go with the flow of life. This doesn't mean you become passive or stop trying to achieve your goals. Instead, you learn to work in harmony with the world around you. You start to see challenges as opportunities for growth. You become more intuitive, making better decisions because you're tuned into something greater than just your own limited perspective. Practicing spiritual mind power can also help you feel more connected to others. You start to see how we're all part of the same big picture. This can lead to more compassion, better relationships, and a sense of purpose that goes beyond just your own needs and wants. Remember, you don't need to have all the answers or understand everything about the universe to tap into this spiritual side of mind power. It's about being open, curious, and willing to connect with something bigger than yourself. As you practice using your mind power, you might be surprised at the sense of peace, purpose, and connection that begins to grow in your life. Now that we've talked about what mind power is and how it works, let's clear up some common misunderstandings. There are a lot of myths out there about mind power, and it's important to know what's real and what's not. This way, you can use your mind power effectively without getting confused or discouraged. This is a big one, and it's completely wrong. Mind power isn't about controlling anyone or anything outside yourself. It's about understanding and directing your own thoughts and energy. You're not trying to force the world to bend to your will. Instead, you're learning to work in harmony with life, shaping your own actions and attitudes in a way that attracts positive experiences. Think of it like this. You can't control whether the sun shines or not, but you can choose to step into the sunlight or stay in the shade. Mind power is about making choices that put you in the best position to receive good things, not about trying to control the uncontrollable. This is another misconception. Using mind power doesn't mean you'll never face challenges or difficulties. Life will still have its ups and downs. What changes is how you respond to these situations. With mind power, you're better equipped to handle problems when they come up. You might even start to see difficulties as opportunities for growth rather than disasters. For example, losing a job can be really tough. But someone using mind power might think, this is a chance for me to find work I really love, instead of, my life is over. This positive attitude doesn't magically create a new job, but it does put you in a much better state of mind to look for new opportunities. Absolutely not true. Everyone has mind power. It's not a special talent that only some people are born with. It's a skill that anyone can learn and develop. Just like you can train your body to become stronger or more flexible, you can train your mind to become more powerful and positive. Some people might seem to be naturally better at using their mind power, just like some people are naturally good at sports or music. But that doesn't mean the rest of us can't learn. With practice and patience, anyone can get better at using their mind power. This is a dangerous myth. Mind power isn't about sitting around thinking positive thoughts and expecting everything to magically fall into place. It's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Your positive thoughts should inspire and guide you to take positive actions. If you want a new job, using mind power doesn't mean just thinking, I'll get a great job over and over. It means cultivating a positive attitude that gives you the confidence to update your resume, network with people, and shine in interviews. The mind power supports and enhances your practical efforts. It doesn't replace them. This kind of thinking can lead to a lot of guilt and frustration. Remember, mind power isn't about controlling every aspect of the universe. Bad things can happen to anyone, regardless of their thoughts. What mind power gives you is the ability to respond to setbacks in a more constructive way. Instead of blaming yourself when things go wrong, you can ask, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to grow stronger? This resilient attitude is a sign that you're using your mind power effectively, not that you're failing at it. Understanding these myths helps you use mind power in a healthy, realistic way. It's not about achieving perfection or controlling the world. It's about developing a positive, resilient mindset that helps you navigate life's challenges and opportunities more effectively. When you clear away these misunderstandings, you can start to tap into the true power of your mind without unrealistic expectations or unnecessary pressure. Now that we've cleared up some common misunderstandings, let's dive into how you can actually start using your mind power. Don't worry, these aren't complicated techniques that take years to master. They're simple, practical steps you can start taking right away to unlock the amazing potential of your mind. The first step in harnessing your mind power is simply becoming more aware of your thoughts. Most of us go through life on autopilot, not really paying attention to what's going on in our heads. But your thoughts are the foundation of your mind power, so start tuning into them. Try this. For just 5 minutes a day, sit quietly and observe your thoughts without judging them. Notice what kind of things you think about most often. Are they mostly positive or negative? This simple exercise can be eye-opening. You might be surprised at how often you have thoughts that don't serve you well. Once you're more aware of your thoughts, you can start shaping them in a more positive direction. This doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding a more balanced, constructive way of thinking. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm terrible at public speaking," try, "Public speaking is a skill I'm working on improving." Instead of, "I'll never get that promotion," think, "I'm going to do my best and see what opportunities come up." This kind of positive self-talk sets the stage for success and helps you feel more confident and capable. Your mind is incredibly powerful at creating mental images. When you vividly imagine something, your brain reacts almost as if it were really happening. You can use this to your advantage by regularly visualizing what you want to achieve or experience. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself living the life you want. See yourself succeeding at your goals, feeling happy and fulfilled. Make these mental images as detailed and realistic as possible. This isn't just daydreaming. It's programming your mind to recognize and move towards the things you want. Gratitude is like a superpower for your mind. When you regularly focus on the good things in your life, you train your brain to notice more positive things. This creates an upward spiral of positivity that can transform your whole outlook on life. Try keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be a delicious cup of coffee, a kind word from a friend, or a beautiful sunset. The more you practice gratitude, the more natural it becomes, and the more you'll see its effects in your life. Remember, mind power isn't just about thinking. It's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and actions. As you work on your mental habits, pay attention to the ideas and impulses that come to you. When you feel inspired to take a certain action, go for it. This might mean reaching out to someone about a job opportunity, starting that creative project you've been dreaming about, or making a positive change in your daily routine. Trust your instincts and act on your positive impulses. This is how you translate your mind power into real-world results. Now, let's put all of this into practice with a simple mind power exercise. Think of this as a daily workout for your mind. Just like you might exercise your body to stay fit, this exercise will help you build and maintain your mind power. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed for about 10 minutes. Sit comfortably and take a few deep breaths to relax. Close your eyes and start by becoming aware of your thoughts. Don't try to change them, just notice what's going through your mind. Now, bring to mind something you're grateful for today. It could be something big or small. Really feel the gratitude in your heart. Next, think of a goal or desire you have. Visualize yourself achieving this goal. Make the mental image as vivid and detailed as possible. How do you look? How do you feel? What are you doing? As you hold this positive image in your mind, repeat a simple, positive affirmation to yourself. It could be something like, "I am capable of achieving my goals," or "I attract positivity and success into my life." Finally, take a moment to consider one small action you can take today that aligns with your goal or desire. It doesn't have to be big. Even a tiny step in the right direction counts. Take a few more deep breaths, then open your eyes. That's it. This simple exercise combines several powerful mind power techniques: awareness, gratitude, visualization, positive affirmation, and inspired action. If you do this every day, you'll start to notice changes in how you think and feel. You might find yourself becoming more positive, more focused, and more in tune with opportunities around you. Remember, consistency is key. Just like physical exercise, you'll see the best results if you make this a regular habit. Try to do this exercise every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Over time, you'll be amazed at how it strengthens your mind power and impacts your life. We've covered a lot of ground in this video, exploring the amazing power of your mind and how you can start tapping into it. Let's take a moment to recap the main points. Your mind has incredible power to shape your reality. This power works by influencing your perceptions, decisions, and actions. Mind power has a spiritual dimension, connecting you to something greater than yourself. It's not about controlling others or avoiding all problems, but about responding to life more positively and effectively. Anyone can develop their mind power through simple, consistent practices. Now, here's the most important thing to remember. This is just the beginning of your journey. Learning to use your mind power is a lifelong adventure. There will be ups and downs, successes and setbacks. But with each step, you're unlocking more of your incredible potential. Don't expect perfection right away. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate small victories. Each time you catch a negative thought and turn it around. Each time you visualize your goals. Each time you take inspired action. You're building your mind power. And here's an exciting thought. As you develop your mind power, you're not just changing your own life. You're contributing to positive change in the world around you. Your more positive outlook, your inspired actions, your greater sense of connection. All of these ripple out and affect others in ways you might never even realize. So, are you ready to start this amazing journey? Are you ready to discover just how powerful your mind really is? Remember, everything you need is already within you. Your mind is an incredible gift, and now you have the tools to start unwrapping that gift. Take that first step today. Try the mind power exercise we talked about. Start paying more attention to your thoughts. Practice gratitude. Visualize your goals. Take inspired action. You have the power to create positive change in your life. And it all starts in your amazing mind. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of mind power. I hope you're feeling inspired and empowered to start using the incredible power of your mind. Remember, this is your journey. Embrace it, enjoy it, and watch as your life transforms in wonderful ways. Your mind is powerful beyond measure. Now go out there and use that power to create the life you've always dreamed of. The adventure begins now.